There's a certain kind of corporate conquest that doesn't look like a war. No fireworks, no victory laps. Just a slow, steady replacement of the world around you. For most people in the West, BYD still feels like a new name. But in the global EV market, it's already the volume leader. In full year 2025, BYD's electric car sales hit 2,256,714 units, while Tesla delivered 1,636,129 vehicles. Marking the first full calendar year, BYD beat Tesla in EVs. The shift was structural. It happened while many people were still arguing about charging stations. BYD's real threat isn't just that it builds electric cars. It's that it behaves like an industrial state, disguised as a company. BYD was founded in February 1995 in Shenzhen by Wang Chuanfu, a chemist and a researcher with $500,000 in capital and 20 employees. It didn't begin as an automaker. It began as a battery manufacturer. This matters because in the EV era, the battery isn't a component. It's the car's beating heart. And BYD grew up thinking in chemistry, supply chains, and manufacturing yield. In 2008, Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway subsidiary bought 225 million shares in BYD for $230 million. A deal strongly associated with Charlie Munger's belief in Wang Chuanfu. Munger also described Wang as a combination of Thomas Edison and Jack Welch, which effectively gave BYD a passport into Western credibility.
In 2020, BYD launched the game changer, the BYD Blade battery. The singular cells are arranged together in an array and then inserted into a battery pack like a blade. Its optimized battery pack structure increases the space utilization of the battery pack by over 50%.
The concept of packaging cells as a structural component rather than mere cargo is foundational. This single idea drives improvements in every critical area: cost, safety, range, and speed of production. It's a fundamental manufacturing advantage that is inherently scalable. Therefore, the popular narrative of the cheap Chinese EV is an oversimplification. Price is merely the outcome. The root cause is superior industrial integration. If you want a single object that explains the panic, it's not a luxury SUV. It's a small city car. Electrek reports the BYD Seagull's pricing in China has been as low as $7,800 after cuts, and notes it commonly starts around $9,300. They also report CLTC ranges of 190 and 250 miles, depending on battery option. That's the nightmare scenario for legacy automakers. A mass-market EV that makes the entry-level internal combustion car feel obsolete. This is where policy stops being abstract. Because once a product like that is allowed to compete freely, the argument moves from consumer choice to industrial survival. The US response is basically a wall. The United States finalized Section 301 tariff increases that put the tariff rate on Chinese electric vehicles at 100% up from 25%, with an application date of September 27, 2024. Rather than merely slowing market entry, a 100% tariff is intended to render such an endeavor economically irrational. Europe's response is more surgical. The European Commission adopted definitive countervailing duties on imports of EVs from China, applicable as of October 30, 2024, including a 17.0% countervailing duty for BYD Group. BYD's countermove is brutally logical. If tariffs apply at the border, then you move the factory inside the border. A Turkey Today report describes BYD's manufacturing facility in Szeged, Hungary. This project is a major European factory intended to enable local production and bypass EU import tariffs. It cites a capacity figure of 300,000 vehicles. That same report also discusses BYD reaffirming a $1 billion Turkey investment plan, while noting ongoing speculation and timing questions around the Manisa project. That's the new automotive world order. Not a single global market, but fortified regions, each trying to keep price wars outside while the most efficient manufacturers quietly plant roots within. The trade war we are watching has moved from a war of movement to a war of position. The West has built walls, high ones, but BYD has already planted seeds inside the walls. Unless Western automakers can achieve a miraculous leap in efficiency, reducing costs by 30% while reinventing their entire supply chain overnight, the math is unrelenting. The future of the mass-market automobile doesn't belong to the company with the best heritage, or the best marketing, or even the best software. It belongs to the company that builds its own dreams, and more importantly, builds its own batteries.